Hey you guys, this necklace may not look cute, but I literally just learned my lesson about like pinning a mic to this sweater or whatever you call it, because I have to record this video all over again. You guys, you know how Poppy initially told us that he was coming out with his own book called Heartlessly Hustled, about how like his relationship with Kail absolutely fell apart amidst all the physical abuse, triflingness, and all the other mess that we kind of saw a little bit of play out throughout Teen Mom 2. I kind of had a feeling that this was coming, and I'm really disappointed, but he did kind of lead us into believing that it wasn't going to be all that we thought it would be a couple of weeks ago when he did an interview with Radar Online and complained that Kail was kind of stalling the release of his book because she would not allow him to publish certain details. And so I was like, oh look, she's still got like his balls in her purse or something. He's not going to be able to like do his full like Monty of what went down in that relationship. It's going to be sanitized just like we see it on Teen Mom, just like we're going to see it on Marriage Boot Camp, whatever. And so actually things went from bad to worse when the two of them announced just last week via Radar Online that Javi is no longer doing his book called Heartlessly Hustled. In fact, the two of them are co-authoring a book called He Said, She Said. And this is one of the quotes that they had to say about why they came to this kind of decision. It's two separate books, Javi said. My book I already wrote, and Kailyn's responding to mine with how she thought it played out. Then we have something for the readers after that. We want to give the people what they want. Well, you say you want to give us what we want, but this is not what the fuck we want. We wanted a Javi burn book about all the things that Kail did to destroy the marriage, because we've already seen Kail's side of things, because Teen Mom 2 is about the women, and so everything is told from their perspective. And we've known Kail for about a decade now, if not even that. And from what we've seen of her in all this time that we've known her, we know that she's the type of girl who does not take responsibility for anything. Everything is everyone's fault. The whole world owes her. She is the hero of her own story, despite the fact that she brings struggle on herself 99.9% of the time. And that she didn't want a baby with you, but here she was having a baby by someone else, literally as you're still married and deployed. Also, what we know about Kail is that she seemed to have tricked this guy Chris into having a baby with her by claiming that she was infertile. And when called out on that shit, all she had to say was, he's a big boy, he knows how to pull out. So no, we did not want a he said, she said. We literally asked for, on our Amazon wish list, a Javi burn book called Heartlessly Hustled, featuring all the nitty-gritty details from Javi's side. He followed up that statement by saying, Kail and I decided in order to really give the readers all the answers, we needed to figure out a way to give both our point of views. That's where He Said, She Said became what it is. Teen Mom is edited so people don't know all the details of what went down. This is our chance, even though we agree to disagree. Kail, on the other hand, said that she did this book because, and I quote, I'm working on one for myself. I use writing as therapy when it comes to stuff like that. To make this whole situation even cheesier is the fact that they are excited to be going on a book tour together. Why would you go on a book tour to promote like a divorce book? I just don't understand. Let me see if my mic's on. I just don't understand why, like, huh? It doesn't make any sense to me. This is a book about a really serious topic, which is divorce, infidelity, triflingness, you know? So why are you going on a tour about this as if you're writing about like how to build a beautiful marriage? It just doesn't, I mean, it's one thing to exploit your children on a show like Teen Mom, like where we see them from birth till, you know, when the chucks run dry, not really caring about their privacy. And then to go and exploit your marriage on Marriage Boot Camp for us to see what happened, that's okay too, whatever. And now you want to exploit it via a book in a book tour. Like, at what point are you guys going to be like, you know what, this is a family affair, a family issue. We've got, you know, real live children in the middle of this. I really am disappointed in how much Javi lets Kail get away with, and how badly he allows her to make him look on television. Like, he's the one crying over the marriage on Teen Mom 2, and he's the one crying in the Marriage Boot Camp previews as well. And like, we know he wanted to come up with a burn book, and here he is again getting bullied out of his initial decision. Like, come on, man, at what point are you gonna stand your ground on something? I feel like I'm kind of discouraged from reading these books. I know for a fact, you guys, I'm not going to be reading Kale's side. I know that for a fact, but I do feel like I'm really discouraged from reading Javi's book, because if this is any indication, then I already know it's going to be sanitized to the max, and it's not going to be any different from what we've seen on Teen Mom, what we're about to see on Marriage Boot Camp either. Like, is it even worth reading at this point? I only have like a few questions that I want answered. Number one, when did you find out that she was knocked up by Chris? Number two, what were your conversations with Joe like about, you know, the fact that here you guys' ex is knocked up by some other random dude? Number three, how are you guys planning to manage holidays in that house of horrors? Number four, we know that you've gone out of your way to be like, you know, a father figure to Isaac because you've known him for so long, since he was so young. Do you feel guilty about the fact that you can't do that with Kale's other kid? Another question on my mind is, how many more men do you think Kale is gonna get knocked up by? Like, these are the questions I need answers to. I don't really care about all the fluff I've already seen on Teen Mom, and I'm going to see on Marriage Boot Camp starting next week as well. Anyway, you guys, how do you feel about the fact that Javi went from his own personal burn book to a joint venture with his ex-wife Kale? Leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and as usual, we'll chat. You can also like this video, subscribe for more, feel free to share it with your friends as well, and to follow me across social media, where I absolutely love chatting with you. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.